Hi everyone, welcome to today's reading. So today's reading is what are they feeling and thinking and what do they want to say to you? So we've got three options today. This is option 1, option 2, option 3. So use your intuition to pick if you want to close your eyes and take a deep breath in through the nose nice and slow to the count of 4 and out through the mouth to the count of 8. And when you open your eyes, the first card you see is usually the right option for you, okay? Timestamps are in the description box below as always. Again, this is option 1, option 2, option 3. Pause the video if you need more time. I'm going to get started with option 1. Option 1, what are they feeling, thinking, and what do they want to say? Angels, spirits, and guides, for the collective who have chosen option 1, what is their person feeling, please? What is option 1's person feeling towards them? What is option 1's person feeling towards them? What is option 1's person feeling towards them? Excuse me. What is option 1's? Wow. We've got two major arcanas. So this is some major feelings they have for you, option 1. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands, which is twin flame soulmate card could be. Talks about, you being their comfort zone, feeling very comfortable with you. And, yeah, it's about very passionate and stable relationship. That's the underlying energy for this. As far as what I'm seeing, how they feel for you, yeah, they feel very committed towards you, emotionally speaking. Maybe they've taken some time out to assess, weigh the pros and cons, and now they're getting a second chance in this connection, or they've got a wake-up call with the Judgment card that tells them to seek a second chance with you. And so, because they're viewing you as somebody who is very loving, lavishing them with love, you could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, have heavy water in your chart, but you don't have to, and that's just the energy of this card. So how are they feeling towards you? They might have water in their chart. They feel loving towards you. This card is a card that represents deep emotions and compassion. They are viewing you, particularly if you're the feminine, as being, very, very caring person, and they have strong feelings for you. Somebody who's very intuitive and creative and nurturing could be the mother of their child, or somebody that could potentially be the mother of their child. Yeah. So if there's any downside to that card, it's that this queen tends to be ruled by her heart more than her head, and for that reason, sometimes, you can be a little bit changeable or unreliable. Could benefit from being a little bit more careful in whom you place your trust. However, I'm seeing, mostly it's just positive that, you are a deeply romantic, sensual person, that your relationship is or has the potential to be very, excuse me, emotional, and that you are the type to lavish them with love. And so it's very fortunate, particularly if you have a child with this person, if you're married to this person or engaged to this person, because we have the Two of Cups, which talks about, well, that's the soulmate card. And so it's talking about mutual love, mutual respect and affection and a connection. A very, very positive and auspicious card to come out in a love reading, as it talks about, harmonious partnership, somebody who's creative and cooperative, and that you would cooperate with them. If there's any doubt if this person's feelings for you are mutual, they are mutual. I feel like you probably know this, though. I feel like, some of you who have chosen this are engaged to be married, or are married, or in a committed, high-level commitment with this person, because we got the Hierophant card, which is a marriage indicator. We've got the Four of Wands, which is a marriage indicator. The Two of Cups, which is honeymoon card. So, yeah, I'm feeling like, for a couple of you, you might have legally separated. One or two have divorced from this person, but are getting a second chance at the connection. So you don't have to have been married or committed to this person, if that doesn't resonate. But you have the potential to have this with this person because this is how they feel towards you. They feel like that yours is a happy relationship that would develop very smoothly, that you understand each other on an emotional level, that you would bring out the best in one another. And so there is a lot of potential here for harmony and balance and mutual respect between the two of you. So if you are not in a commitment, that would be a bit surprising because we have a lot of commitment indicators here. So that just means to me that, you have this potential to be in a commitment, that this person feels like you could be, wife or husband material. They have very deep feelings for you and feel a very spiritual connection with the Hierophant card. This is a spiritual, but we know that with the Two of Cups, that's soulmate card energy. So, yeah, the general energy of this spread on their feelings towards you is, a strongly spiritual connected relationship that is on a spiritual path. This person views you as somebody they could take seriously and have a traditional solid partnership with, and that your connection does serve a higher cause. There's a sense or this feeling inside of your person. They feel that yours is a connection that serves a higher cause, and that whatever ideals your person has or goals they wish to achieve, particularly with regard to their life path and their life mission and their spirituality, they feel that you are the one to support them with that goal. They really feel that strongly with those two major arcana cards talking, both about rising to a spiritual challenge, awakening, having some sort of self-realization that you are their soulmate, making a choice after looking at the pros and the cons to have a reconnection or a rebirth in this connection. It could be after a period of confusion that this is happening, but your person is awakening to this realization that they feel this way about you, becoming a lot more self-aware, deciding what actions to take. It could be that they are just finally coming clean with themselves about you. They're not seeing you through rose-colored glasses. They are viewing you, well, maybe a little bit, but I'm not really getting that. More so that they are looking at the good, the bad, and the ugly, and they've decided that you are soulmate material, and this is a spiritual connection. So maybe they've missed an opportunity with you in the past because they were low energy, or just ignored, the opportunity to be with you before. If that's the case, you are going to have a second chance with this person. They want to offer you a second chance. Could be that, if you've lived together, it became very apathetic or something. You got too comfortable with one another, took each other for granted, or they took you for granted. It happens, even in the best of relationships. But, this is how we learn. So, some of you have lived with this person, might even be living with this person. But this person certainly feels like they'd like to live with you and marry you. Could be, that you're in a rest period and you're coming out of that rest period. This person could have withdrawn from you. And like I said, the connection could have stagnated, because familiarity can breed contempt. And even though this is a very loving and celebratory, comfortable card, it can also indicate, if you did live together, there is some sort of lack of incentive to change after a while, and then somebody could have become a little bit detached emotionally, and so this could have, caused a withdrawal of affection in this connection, sapped the enthusiasm here a bit. But I feel like, if it got a little bit routine, it's about to come out of that routine with the Judgment card talking about a second chance here. Talking about waking up to the realization that you are the Two of Cups, that you are the soulmate, that you are a spiritual connection for this person. And, they've gotten some clarity and some maturity based on, any time apart that you two have had, any withdrawal, whether physically or emotionally. It's opened their eyes to the possibilities here. And so probably there is major decision to be made in the connection. And they feel like making it in your favor because they love you. And if they've been intolerant or judgmental towards you, it's probably because they are intolerant and judgmental towards themselves, so they're projecting. But they're planning to become less judgmental and less intolerant, I feel. Maybe they judged you for being a little bit unreliable or changeable, or not careful enough in your own decisions perhaps, but they love you and they want, your love. They want to have a happy home with you, and they want to get more serious with you because they feel spiritually guided to do that, and the universe is guiding them to do that. I like it a lot. So, what is your person thinking about you? Spirits, angels, and guides for the collective who have chosen option 1 is, what is their person thinking? What is their person thinking? For the collective who have chosen option 1, what is their person thinking? What is option 1's excuse me, person thinking? Eventually, I'm going to get over this crud. Is it spring yet? My apologies. What is option 1's person thinking, please? I feel like they don't feel, or they think that perhaps you don't feel the same way about them. They feel love towards you. They want to marry you. They want to be with you in a serious way. Perhaps they have doubts about your feelings, though. They definitely want to propose something to you. Something in the 3D, something tangible and real. They're thinking about offering you something and having a new beginning with you. Yes, definitely. A passionate new beginning and a material new beginning. Meaning, yeah. So it looks like there's been some sort of, a tower moment. This is what has caused, this decision making, this time of judgment. And your person has assessed the situation. They might have been a little bit cold with you in the past, but I think that they know that you are their home. They think about you. They think very much that you are their home, right? We have the King of Swords. They might be an air sign. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, but don't have to be. And then we have the Four of Wands right above. So you can see him looking up at the Four of Wands, thinking about having this happy home with you, this passionate, stable, comfortable relationship, live-in situation, or marriage. Yeah, but there is perhaps some doubt, or perhaps you are the one that has doubt with regards to this person's feelings for you. It could be, and your person, or at least this is what your person is thinking. Because we had the Two of Cups come out again, but connected to the Queen of Cups. It's saying, in reverse, that perhaps, they think that you have been, as the Queen of Cups, regardless of gender, you could be this Queen of Cups, and you've been somehow disharmonious or not cooperating with them, right? And so, if this Two of Cups, this romance, this honeymoon, moving this connection to the next level has been delayed, it's because they think that you haven't cooperated with the partnership, and that this has created some of the obstacles. Not all of the obstacles, but some of the obstacles. And it could be vice versa, so take it how it resonates. Reading for a lot of different people. One part of the reading might resonate, one part might not. So take what resonates. And so the obstacle here for them is perhaps you have not been as cooperative as they would have liked. And, so there has been some disharmony in the connection. So they think, that maybe your affections have cooled down a bit. And they feel like they think that they haven't perhaps supported you enough in the relationship. There's been some inequality here. So, And if that doesn't apply, another scenario with this combination of cards is that this is a secret affair, some love affair that you have had to keep secret for some reason. Or it may mean, yeah, like I said, just that they think that there's been a cooling of affection. And I already said, it looks like they have withdrawn or you've withdrawn. I think they've withdrawn or did not take the opportunity to elevate this sooner because of because perhaps they felt you were not cooperating, and that created delays in this connection. So I feel like, they think that perhaps, there is some disharmony and cooling of affection on your end still, and or there's a lack of balance or equality in the relationship. So with that queen, sometimes she allows herself to be taken advantage of, even when she is, in her power. It's just that she's so good-hearted and soft-hearted, it's easy. But, yeah, that could be, what they're thinking, that they have not been fair with you, and that perhaps that has hurt your affection for them. But they want you to have their mutual affection. They want to have balance in this connection, equal give and take, and they want to do it. They really want to do it with the Ace of Pentacles there, because the Ace of Pentacles talks about, a tangible new beginning. So it's no BS. It's like a real beginning. And they could want to offer you something, financially. This person could have had like an increase in finances that makes the likelihood of you guys coming together in a serious way, like getting married or becoming engaged. These two cards together, this represents the honeymoon. This can represent the offering of an engagement ring. So this person could now have the money and the finances to do that. I feel like they think that they have sowed their seeds with you, and that you have sowed your seeds with them. Like you have earned the the right, and you deserve, a greater level of commitment from them. And this is what they're thinking. Could be that you guys had to keep your affair secret because you work together, but take what resonates. And it says that this person wants to offer you something, of practical significance. Something solid and real and valuable, like gold, right? They feel like you earned that, you deserve that. And while they're wanting this traditional connection, perhaps going the traditional route, like a church wedding or something like that, it's nothing boring about it, because we've got the Ace of Wands, which talks about a passionate new beginning. So not only having a tangible new beginning with that Ace of Coins, but also a very passionate new beginning. So this person views, the fact that you are spiritually connected, coming together with you gives them, the opportunity to achieve their life mission goals, even if they don't think about it in those terms. Like, to do what they came here to do is to be with you, and that your connection is an adventure, and they want to have a new start with it, a very passionate and promising new start, very dynamic one. I feel like they're thinking about commitment in a new light with these two cards together. Whereas before they might have thought that it was undesirable to be in a commitment or to be in traditional roles or something like that. They are now seeing it in a new light, that it can be an adventure, that it can be more exciting, that they can be creative with it, and they want to go for it. They want to go for having this commitment with you. So it definitely is a promise of new love, or a rejuvenation of love here, where it's going to be highly romantic and passionate and joyful. And also very loyal and committed. Again, two commitment cards here. Strong sense of purpose between the two of you. Very creative sense of purpose. Creativity is linked to spirituality very strongly, as your higher power is a creator. So we've got the creativity of the Ace of Wands coupled with the spiritual card. So it makes a lot of sense that your person has been spiritually inspired, to want this new start with you for a whole lot of reasons. And it is a new start because, we saw that the judgment is here talking about a wake up call, a new beginning. And this has occurred because of the Tower card, which talks about, something needed to end in order for something better to begin, a new phase in the connection. Perhaps you guys got off on the wrong foot, or this person upset the situation. Maybe they wanted change or freedom and went elsewhere. Maybe you did. Something destructive happened in the connection here. And there were probably red flags that were ignored along the way. But whatever surprise it is, could have been, that nothing negative happened. For a few of you, could have been that just this whole realization on the part of your person is what is the huge surprise here, that they want this second chance with you, that they have clarity now about what they want to do, and that's be with you and offer you a higher level commitment, propose something to you that is going to be both romantic and solid at the same time. I do feel, that, yeah, they think that this realization has really taken them off guard. I feel like they're surprised by their own willingness to do this themselves, to be more committed, and how the strength of their feelings, I think, has caught them by surprise too. And I feel like there probably was something, maybe they lost a job, maybe they ended another relationship, or some major thing happened to force them to face reality big time. And so this is, maybe an ego death of some kind. So this is what's helping them, overthrow their false ideas, and their old patterns, their outdated ways of dealing with you. And so, maybe you guys did break up, and that major change is what was necessary to cause, this person to have the freedom to think about you in the right way, in the way that lets them see that this is a spiritual connection that deserves to be honored. And like I said, could be an air sign, but doesn't have to be. But that's the air sign king, and so could be, so to just take what resonates. King of Swords, but it is a card of communication, as all swords cards are, and spirituality, and using their intelligence to have good judgment in this situation, to communicate with you. If they haven't, then they soon will. What they've learned, how they feel like this connection to you. Could have been some legal matter that was a part of their Tower moment. If they've acted, aloof or cold with you, maybe you've mirrored that back to them. And that was part of what it was, like a taste of their own medicine, to help them realize that, you are their twin flame soulmate. If not, that exact terminology, that you are someone very special to them, that they feel, very good about and good with. In like you're their touchstone. They realize that you guys have a lot in common. You have passion as well, but you also have, shared interests, shared ideas. And I feel like your person might have been afraid before, thought that, to be committed would mean to lose their freedom or their independence. And if you lived together or had a commitment before, and then they were thinking that was taking away their freedom. But they realize now that, that they can have both they can have you and they can have their freedom. Like, true love is based in freedom. It does not control and it does not limit, right? So some sort of realization has occurred here for them. And, I feel like they will still, perhaps will resist, expressing their very deep emotions. They might try to keep it surface level, but I think you will know. They will communicate well enough for you to know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, how they really feel about you. Because we just had too many great cards here, with the Two of Cups and the Hierophant and the two aces on the board. Two aces on the board is significant. Four of Wands. I just feel like, whatever problems was in the past, they were afraid of commitment, like more than likely, and not ready to make that commitment, even though they felt very strongly about you. They had difficulty communicating that, because this king has difficulty communicating deep emotions, although they can communicate very fluently on more surface level topics. When it comes to their deep emotions, they have trouble with that. But I think, you've probably mirrored back some of that aloofness, and given them a taste of their own medicine to some extent, as well as some major upset happening here that helped to open their eyes, and the universe stepping in to help open this person's eyes too. So very interesting, very good reading here. So yeah, but they do see you and think of you as their success, their comfort, their prosperity. That to have a home with you and a commitment with you, would be worth celebrating, would be rewarding, and yeah, it's too bad. Sometimes things need to get shaken up with a tower moment for someone to realize something like that. But they find contentment and peace with you, and they find your connection has a sense of ease to it that they can't find anywhere else. Even though you're very different, this air sign king and this water sign queen archetypes, they represent certain energies, very different energies, but they're still it still works. They can't find, a more happy or comfortable person to share their life with. I think that's beautiful. So let's see what they want to say to you. Already at 26 minutes. Spirits, angels, and guides for the collective that have chosen option 1. What does their person want to say to them? What does their person want to say to them? For the collective who have chosen option 1, I'm trying to manifest you into my life. Yeah, they've really had a spiritual awakening about this. They're thinking a lot about you. They're thinking about, what went wrong and how to manifest you into their life again. What does option 1's person want to say about that? Say to them, I'm unwilling to trade security and status even for true love. So I feel like, if you guys work together, this could be why this person was unwilling to trade, security and status in the past with for true love, as that was one of the scenarios I talked about. Perhaps this is a secret affair that you had to keep hush-hush for some reason, or maybe the family didn't approve and they get their money from their family. But I feel like this is past energy. This was part of the conflict that they had to wake up from. What else does this person want to say for option 1? You challenge me to grow. I absolutely get that. And if you are twin flame soulmates, even if you're just plain soulmates and have a spiritual connection, definitely that's part of that, challenging each other to grow. Anything else for option 1? What does a person want to say? You feel just like family to me. What did I say about that 4 of Wands, talking about how very comfortable this person feels to you? You are family, your soul family. And they just can't find that with anybody else. I didn't have faith in you or in myself. This person was too much in their head, logic, and ego. And so they didn't value you enough and withdrew from the connection. And see, what did I say? They have doubts about the way you feel. But this, you've probably had doubts about the way that this person feels, right? And so this was the reason for whatever happened between the two of you. I'm mad at myself for how I behaved. So now they have doubts about the way you feel, but you've probably had doubts about the way they feel. So, any other messages? For those who've chosen option 1, any other messages from their person, please? And it says, I am empty without you in my life. So whatever distance emotionally or physically the two of you have had, I feel like, um, you know, they feel empty because of that. And we'll finish up with the romance angels here. The card for option 1 regarding their connection. For the collective who have chosen option 1, what do the romance angels have to say? For the collective who have chosen option 1, what do the romance angels have to say? Worth waiting for. So we did see there, and at the bottom of the deck, wedding, definitely going to have a wedding, I feel. For those this has really resonated for, we all have all kinds of marriage indicators. So definitely going to have a wedding, and worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And so we did see that there was probably some delays in getting this person to get serious about you, but it was worth waiting for. I feel like it's imminent and soon that you guys will be, you will be seeing this person become more committed to you. Just know if they don't communicate all lovey-dovey right off the bat, because that's not in their nature to do that. They will show you, and they will tell you enough to where you will know and feel that this person does have very serious feelings and serious love and deep feelings for you, even if they can't communicate that exactly. Just use your intuition. I feel like it'll be pretty obvious that this person has learned a lot of lessons and that they want to take it to the next level with you, option 1. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and if that resonated and you liked it, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you to those of you who are my loyal subscribers, and those who have recently subscribed, thank you so much. And for those who have purchased personal readings from me, I appreciate that. Thanks so much. If you'd like to get a personal reading from me so I can look at your specific situation, you can look in the description box below for details. Still doing the $10 reading via email, and also emergency readings are available as well. Moving on to option 2. Welcome, option 2. So what are they thinking? What are they feeling? Angels, spirits, and guides, for the collective who have chosen option 2, what is their person feeling, please? For the collective who have chosen option 2, what is their person feeling towards them? For the collective who have chosen option 2, they're feeling nostalgic towards you. They're thinking about the good old days. If it's somebody from your past, they're wanting to come back into your life. Could be somebody from a past life. Definitely got some soulmate energy here. I feel like you make them feel like a kid again. You make them feel like being their best self, standing in their power. Might be a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or have it in their chart. Might be a Cancer as well. Could be. How does option 2's person feel for them? I feel like you bring a sense of satisfaction and completion to this person's life. Although I am seeing some energy that is questionable with them. Perhaps there's some decision that they have to make, or they need to put an end to some juggling, but you make them feel like putting an end to any sort of juggling, whether it's juggling other people or other responsibilities that take their time and energy away from you. They're wanting to put a stop to that now, because they do have very strong feelings for you. You make them feel like being a better person, being loyal, being a friend as well as a passionate lover. I do think that, their feelings for you are so strong with the Chariot card that they can feel, that things are happening too fast or have happened too fast in your connection. It makes them feel out of control. I feel like this person is the type that control is important to them. I'm getting very strong masculine energy regardless of gender here. So control is important to them. They feel out of control with you. And again, there is a sense that they could be feeling, pulled in two different directions. So for some of you, this could be somebody who's involved in a third-party situation or involved with someone else as well. And if not a romantic person, then like some other obligation that interferes with the connection. So take what resonates. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot going on with this person, and it makes them feel out of control, like there are multiple factors to the situation that they need to juggle in order to keep things balanced, and I don't feel like they can keep it balanced, I do think that they're getting ready to move out of this energy because they feel that you're worth it. I feel like they feel that you're the world to them, and they want to move out of this confused energy. But in order to do that, they need to look within and listen to their gut instinct about things and make decisions, for themselves. And I feel like they're going to do that. It has to begin with this person within them. It can't be no external influences should be able to influence them with regards to you, because that's what causes this chaotic energy and what has caused any chaotic energy. If it's not obvious to you that this person feels chaotic towards you, just know that they're putting up a good front, because they do feel chaotic towards you, and they need to tune into their inner guidance to figure out what to do and solve, come up with the solution. And that solution will have something to do with being fair, compromising, not being extreme in one way or the other. Part of this, chaotic feelings or whatever that they might have towards you could be, that you guys have some differences of opinion or differences in your values that cause tension in the relationship. Perhaps you have very different lifestyles. Or if not that, then, some change has thrown them off guard, and they don't know how to handle the change or that situation. And it very much can talk about a romantic involvement with two different people. This person could be married to somebody else, but take what resonates. I'm reading for a lot of different people, so one part of the reading might resonate, another part might not, but, there's still messages in it for you. And if not, you can choose another option, but this is what I'm getting. So, yeah, this sometimes means that they are in a conflict between two things that they love. Could be a conflict between them and their children and you. That could be. Because we've got the King of Wands here. King of Wands is typically, a married individual. And then, we've got some juggling energy here with that Two of Pentacles. But the good thing about the King of Wands, he's typically a stand-up guy. I mean, he's not perfect, who is. But he's usually pretty successful and kind of like an entrepreneur, somebody with leadership abilities, and usually tends to have some good luck. Definitely, when they're committed, particularly as friends, I find that they're more loyal, if the relationship is based on friendship before it becomes romantic, and with their friends, they're more loyal, than with like a spouse or a girlfriend. Not to say that all fire signs are cheater, but I'm finding that, they are loyal, but I want to let it be known that the loyalty sometimes is a little bit sketchy. But, and if this is a third-party situation, that makes sense. They're not being loyal to someone if they're in a third-party situation. But regardless of the situation, I feel like they feel that you are a blessing in their life. And you could be the fire sign as well. And they feel that they can trust you and rely on you to do the right thing. Perhaps you guys did start off as friends. Perhaps you knew each other from work. You might be someone that gives, really good advice to this person. You're the one that could possibly have these leadership abilities, and that they admire that in you, because we have the Empress at the bottom of the deck. She is a symbol of feminine authority at home or at work. Also, she's a mother figure, which makes sense with the Six of Cups here. We've got children on the Six of Cups card, so that, like I said, if this person has children with you, that could be the reason why they feel like, out of control, or their emotions are chaotic, or if they have children with somebody else, a third party, then that could be, what's causing some sort of chaotic feelings within this person. A lot of different scenarios and energies I'm getting here from these, but generally feel like they have a lot of respect for you, and they feel, very strongly towards you. And yours is a connection that has a lot of affection and passion in it, or is one that would be, that way if you aren't together or haven't been together. Then you definitely, they feel like you're the type they could be very passionate and affectionate with. Yeah, because they feel like, you make each other feel, more outgoing. You make each other feel more alive when you're together. And so if this person, if you don't have children with this person, or this person doesn't have children, that Six of Cups, I mean, even if they do, the Six of Cups could be just talking about their feelings of nostalgia. You're reminding them of somebody from their past, also potential past life connection, and the desire to renew the feelings and the connection, to bring happiness and harmony to this connection. And so I feel like, they want to share their joy with you. You bring them joy. You guys probably play and have fun, bring out the kid in one another. I'm getting this feeling, or this image of like two puppies, playing and kind of like wrestling on the floor. This is your energy when you guys are happy and when you're together. That's going to resonate for somebody, but your person feels like that you show them with your actions, your caring and your feelings for them. It's like a gregarious relationship, an action-based relationship, where you show, and express your love and caring through your actions. And you probably are like that with other things. If you haven't been physical with this person, then they see you, taking action towards the things that you really value. Like if you have kids, then you're very active with your children in every area, that they need nurturing, and you're very hands-on, and they like that about you. So I feel like, any problems that you guys have had up till now, if you've had any problems, those are about to be overcome here. There's going to be a renewal of positive feelings for one another, because your person feels like renewing, your loving feelings towards one another. So if there has been any problems, they're looking for solutions here. They feel like solving the problem. And so, if you have had, if either one of you have run away from this connection, or if there's been a split or anything like that, then they definitely are wanting to reconnect with you. Regardless if this is somebody from your distant past, or if this is somebody new that just, feels very familiar to you, is more than likely because it's a soulmate relationship. So, yeah. And whatever problem could be, if this person is in a third party, if they're married or otherwise occupied by another relationship, then, the conflict may have been that this person was unwilling or unable to move away from that situation, even though they were not happy there or are not happy there. Maybe they're in fear about taking a leap of faith. Maybe, they're just kind of set in their ways. Even though they're unhappy, they don't want to rock the boat necessarily. And so, that's potential delays or obstacles or interference in the connection. But this person wants to solve it. They feel like solving it because they feel very strongly towards you. And so, yeah, very much so. Very strong feelings with that World card. If this is how they feel for you, wow. The World card is the best card in the deck. So the World card talks about, feeling complete with somebody, feeling, well, they feel like you're their world. You bring them, a sense of wholeness. This is a card about feeling very happy, getting along very well, and a card about, you know, experiencing physical and spiritual rewards. Yeah. Overcoming your ego and fears and insecurities, and maturing to a fulfilling relationship. So that's how they feel towards you, option two. Yeah, I feel like they're done with this juggling stuff, you know? I mean, we've seen that already, that they are done with that juggling stuff. They don't want to do that anymore. It's not working for them. They know what they have to do. Um, and well, this is what they feel like doing, right? They feel like creating a solution to your difficulties or your problems here, you know. And they're tired of, I feel like they're tired of feeling overwhelmed and, having difficulty balancing all these different conflicting elements in their lives, whatever those elements are. Be different for everybody's situation, but they do have concerns, particularly if this person is married, and divorces are expensive, child support is expensive. But even if it's not that, financial concerns could be a problem in the connection. And definitely, um, there would be a need to establish better balance here between the two of you. But I just feel generally speaking, this person wants to move this connection along to the next level because they look up to you and they have high um, expectations and desires regarding this connection, and they want to move it to the next level with that World card and stop feeling restless and out of control. So I've got to just delete these here. So what does your person think? For the collective who have chosen option 2, what is their person thinking? For the collective who have chosen option 2, what is their person thinking? For the collective who have chosen option 2, what is their person thinking? They're thinking that if they are involved with somebody else, that you are pissed. And yeah. I'm getting more that this is their, for those who are resonating with this third party situation, we've got the Queen of Staffs. And so if this is the third party, yeah, this third party is not going to go down without a fight. They feel like this person is, going to be an obstacle. No wonder they're feeling very out of control in their emotions. And they're needing to not have any strong reactions. Your person needs to be very diplomatic and careful in compromising with this person. Because the Queen of Wands in reverse, says that it is somebody who really demands respect and loyalty and stuff. So if this is this other person, they're very jealous and manipulative and can be like a real drama queen, and so very emotionally upset if there's been any infidelity in this connection, or if this queen, if it's representing another person, a third party, then this person's not going to be happy at all that your person is cooling their affection towards them. And if this is representing you, so some of you it's going to represent that other person, some of you it's going to represent you. And if you have children with this person, it could be like a special message from you, but it could represent you regardless. And what it's saying, with regard to this situation, they think that, this situation has taken a really long time, and that, that they've dashed your hopes, and that, they haven't been able to satisfy you to the extent that you deserve. Like, you are the Empress, and they haven't been able to treat you that way. And so you could probably get a little upset with them from time to time. But particularly if they're involved in a third party situation. If they've got somebody else, it might be just taking too long for them to split up with that person and commit to you and make you their one and only. So naturally, it's going to be hard for you to endure that if that's the case. And if not, it's just saying that, your person thinks that perhaps, they upset you with their chaotic feelings, and um some of the potential things that your person's going through that's holding them back from the connection up till now could be upsetting and causing you to lose some of your affection towards them a bit. And again, money is part of that problem with that Five of Coins in reverse, but I feel like things are going to get better here, because it is in reverse. So it says that, your person is going to recover from any financial problems that they're having. Um, and it could be you take the energies if it's vice versa, because this is what they're thinking about. Thinking about you, that perhaps, with you've gone through some sort of a period of adversity, because these two cards came out next to each other. They're both talking about somebody being, really challenged, to say the least. And so they're thinking perhaps that you're very challenged, perhaps you're having money problems, and that, that they think that you can overcome, any problems that you're having, any losses that you're having, if it's a health problem or issue, whatever it is, with persistence, you are going to recover from this adversity, okay? This is what they're thinking, okay? They have a lot of faith in you. They think that if you just want it hard and, bad enough, if you dig deep down, you have the strength to carry on. And, if they have upset you because of their energies in the past and up till now, they think that the worst is over, and that they have faith that, that you will have a commitment, because they think that the worst is over. And that if you've been giving them a hard time, they think that you're going to stop doing that. They might also be thinking that you're getting less materialistic and more spiritual as well. Not materialistic as in like, you're overly materialistic, but more so that you're just becoming more spiritual. Could be for some as well. I also think that this person thinks about letting go of, letting go of an unfulfilling relationship for something better. So if you're the one that has the third party, perhaps you both do, but take what resonates, then you're letting that go because it's unfulfilling. But I think that that they're fairly confident that if they persevere on this connection with you, that that they can move this to the next level with you and have that world card energy. That you guys will emerge from this difficult time that you're having, and they think that you'd be willing to work with them to do whatever is necessary to repair the damage to move this connection to a higher level. Because we've got the Two of Cups here talking about this being a mutually loving connection, with lots of mutual love and affection, and passion as well with that King of Wands. So if this person, this is a soulmate card as well. We did see that with the Six of Cups already, that there is soulmate energy in the reading. And so that's being reflected once again with the Two of Cups. But I feel like this person feels that you're, somebody that they can have a good partnership with. That after you persevere through whatever difficulties that you're going through, if you guys get creative about your problem solving, we already see that they are feeling like solving the problems in the connection, whatever those might be, that you guys can come up with creative solutions together, that if you cooperate with them and they think that you will cooperate with them, that you're going to have harmony in the connection, that you guys are a good match. This person thinks that you're a good match. Your person thinks that you're marriage material. They might be thinking about marriage, thinking about where you would go on your honeymoon, as that's the honeymoon card, and thinking about, thinking very optimistic thoughts despite whatever's gone on here, whatever obstacles you're facing. They feel inspired. They have really good feelings towards you, and they think that you could have and will continue having, if you already are involved with this person, a happy relationship. There are some really good qualities to the relationship, despite the fact that you guys have had some challenges. They think it'll develop smoothly. And I feel like with that Empress card and that World card, that it will develop smoothly. So they think that you will have balance and mutual love and respect between you. And I think they're right. I tend to agree with them. You know, they're going to, exit whatever situation that's created any conflicts or delay in this connection with that Five of Swords. It hasn't been, without pain or heartache, and it won't be, whatever change, needs to be made here. That's going to get them out of this feeling, this restless energy, this feeling out of control, this financial problem that they're having or going to have or face. They think that this change is coming, and that it's going to create some losses, whether financially or emotionally. It is going to create some sadness or some conflict, but it's going to be worth it. They just know that they have to, they feel, that they have to be diplomatic, like I said, not argue. If they have a third party, then they're not, they can't argue with that person. If this is just about, tension between the two of you, they think that, they might have said hurtful words to you before, but I think that, they're trying to resolve problems now in a more fair way with you. But they do think that changes need to be made in order to improve the situation. And improving the situation for the two of you results in a commitment with that Three of Wands. But it's going to take some manifestation and some, growth in the connection. I see that growth is already occurring, and some creative problem solving between the two of you. Your person thinks that that you can have this commitment together, and that you will eventually have, be on the path to engagement and marriage. And so, yeah, that the two of you will express passionate feelings for each other and celebrate your love. It's not without its hurdles, and it's not without its delays, but this is what they're thinking. They're thinking commitment. They're thinking mutual love and affection. They're thinking about putting an end to the challenges in this connection by creative problem solving. So that's pretty positive. So what does your person want to say? What would they say to you? Angel, spirits, and guides for option 2. What does their person want to say to them, please? For option 2, what does their person want to say to them? For option 2, what does their person want to say to them? Oh. You feel just like family to me. This card came out in option 1. What else does their person want to say to them? Makes sense, because option 1 was also dealing with a soulmate. A lot of soulmates we have, but these romantic soulmates are pretty significant, I feel, in these 2 readings. Option 2, what does their person want to say to them? What does option 2's person want to say to them, please? What does option 2's person want to say to them? Yeah, they did say some hurtful things to you, didn't they? I wish I could take back the things I said that hurt you. They realize that they can't take it back. But you guys can move forward, and they can do better in the future. And it's up to you to decide, whether or not you want to do that. I love you. This person loves you. But I thought that was pretty clear already. Oh. Okay, cards that fall on the floor don't get chosen. The That's the rule. Spirit knows that. Anything else option two's person want to say? I understand why you distance yourself from me, and I respect you for it. So for some of you, you did distance yourself from this person, whether physically or emotionally. Anything else? I'm listening to my higher self's guidance. Very good. Because we know that that King of Wands can talk about listening to one's higher self. And I will fix this between us. Give me time. Definitely. Goes in accordance with the rest of the reading that you guys are going to creative problem solve together. So I'm going to wrap this up with a Romance Angels card. Angels, spirits, and guides, for those who have chosen option 2, what guidance do you have for them, please, through the Romance Angels? What guidance do the Romance Angels have for option 2? What guidance do the Romance Angels have? Guidance do the Romance Angels have? Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. And at the bottom of the deck, express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. I feel like this person is going to make it safe for you to express your love because I feel like they're going to express theirs. And so it's probably going to be through more through actions, but probably verbally as well. I do feel like you're a very active couple, like there's a lot of energy and vitality in your connection. So I just feel like those expressions of love will be through through actions or through touch. And the keeping the open mind, yeah. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. So perhaps, you feel this person has fallen short through their behaviors or things that they have said. And, this person does love you, though. And I'm going to read from the book on that. I feel like there's a message in that other than face value. HIJK. The Romance Angels sent you this card as a reminder to stay open to the possibility of your soulmate appearing in a form that may differ from what you expect. This is especially true if you tend to date a certain type. Use this card to help you discover your soulmate. And this card may signal that you've already been introduced to this person but have overlooked their romantic potential. Take the time to get to know the various individuals you meet. Even if there isn't an initial attraction, at the very least, you will learn more about yourself and make a new friend. So just stay open to the possibilities. I feel like that's the main message here, because you're going to have to be creative to solve any problems in this connection, depending on, what kind of connection this is, if it's a third party or if it's just a connection that has been marred by chaos in some other form due to children or money issues. Whatever the case may be, stay open. You might have learned something through this process that makes you doubt whether this person is right for you. Listen to your intuition on that to decide, but the angels are guiding you to express your love and to stay open to the possibilities. Okay, option 2. Thank you for tuning in, and if you liked this, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you'd like me to take a look at your personal situation, you can contact me for a personal reading. My details are in the description box below. Still doing the $10 email reading as well as emergency reading, so go ahead and check that out, and I'm going to move on to option 3. Welcome, option 3. So what are they feeling, what are they thinking, and what do they want to say? What do they want to say? Angel spirits and guides for the collective that have tuned in for option 3. What are they feeling? What is their person feeling? What is option 3's person feeling, please? What is option 3's person feeling, please? Well, they might think that you're better than them. They might feel like they're not good enough for you. You might be somebody that's very good with money and are just a very lovely person. How's option 3 feeling, please? I think it's depressing for them that they don't feel good enough for you. This could be somebody from your past or a past life connection. Could be a Scorpio, Gemini, Virgo, Earth sign, water sign, Pisces in particular. Yeah, this person is feeling sorry for themselves. They're indulging in fantasies or memories from the past. They're thinking a lot about the good old days, any good times that you shared, and if this is ending or is near ending, or if they feel like they're not good enough and that this is going to end, then they really don't want that to happen. So they're really meditating hard, probably not taking any action towards this connection because they're viewing you as this queen, this lovely Queen of Pentacles. Regardless of gender, the Queen of Pentacles represents somebody who's quite lovely, has a lot of feminine energy, as it's a nurturing, motherly type card. Also good with business, good with money. This is a very comfortable person. She's a queen regardless. Okay. And then we've got next to her the Magician in reverse. And Magician upright is a card of confidence and exuding confidence, making things happen. But with it in reverse, it's not really making things happen. It's not having a lot of confidence. And why would this person, if you're this queen, right? So I think it bums this person out. I think they feel bummed out about the situation. That's kind of unfair to you, because if you are someone, if you're resonating with being this queen, somebody who's generous, somebody who's secure in themselves, whether financially or emotionally, who's pretty well grounded, somebody that has managerial ability, perhaps you're a manager at your job, you shouldn't be penalized or punished, because you're doing well in life. But I feel like this is the energy. So let's see. Yeah, I'm getting like they view you as, they feel that you are a very practical and generous person, a very wise person, and also a very sexy person, sexual sense, sexy, same thing to me. And that you make them feel comfortable, like you're probably not a cook, you probably like to wear a nice scent, your clothes probably have a nice texture or sheen, or you're just a very comfortable person. You like the luxuries of life. And perhaps this person just can't measure up to that, or they feel like they can't, and worry that they can't. It could be that you're older than this person, if not in years, then in maturity level. Although I do think that, they probably bring out the kid in you, like your inner children play well together. They still, like, in a practical sense, like in a worldly sense, you are more mature than they are. And they feel like they could have, that you're a very sincere person, and that your relationship would be like an authentic, sincere relationship where you guys would enjoy each other sexually and enjoy your creature comforts, like I said, with the soft, Angora sweaters, or, the fluffy blankets and the hot cocoa and all of that. The good things in life, They feel like you're somebody that deserves the good things in life. You deserve financial security, and you deserve it all. And With that Magician in reverse, it's saying to me that they are having difficulty manifesting all of that. Like, they feel like they have difficulty manifesting that for you. And maybe you don't need them to manifest that for you, but I do think that they experience a lot of self-doubt with regards to you, and they can't really see, they don't feel like they can see a clear way towards having you in their life and keeping you in their life. Although I see that they don't want this connection to end. They do want it to continue. They just don't feel like they're on the same level as you. Like, they haven't developed the skills or the confidence that's necessary to keep you, that perhaps they view you as a challenge, and one that they definitely desire, but they just don't, there's some inability for them to follow through. I do feel like they're meditating, trying to figure out, how to be on your level. I feel like they're trying to think of ways to, embody their own personal power, and they're waiting for the time to be better for the two of you, a time when they can have something more to offer you, where they can feel less insecure with regards to you. But I am getting that their energy is low and that they feel like they can't accomplish whatever it is they're trying to accomplish with regarding you. So it could be, that they resort to manipulative behavior with you, or get into power struggles with you, pick fights with you. If they do any of those things, it's rooted in the fact, that they feel insecure towards you, and that's not your fault. And so, if not, it could be that this person is keeping secrets. It might not be anything significant, or it might be something significant. Again, not wanting you to see, there's this sense of not wanting you to see, their flaws, because they don't feel like, they don't feel like they're to your level. I feel like this is very lonely for this person to feel this way. I mean, who wants to feel that way? Who wants to feel like the Magician in reverse, or the Four of Cups? I mean, look at the girl on the Four of Cups. She is not a happy camper. She looks pretty depressed. So if this person withdraws or has withdrawn from you, it's because of their lack of self-esteem, their desire and their need for rest, to sort of figure things out about what is the best course of action for them to go on to achieve what they need to achieve to be with you. Maybe they're focusing more on their money, on their work, and are trying to balance their money or balance their work and their home in such a way that allows them to provide for you, or to have something to offer you more than they have now. And this, occupies a lot of their headspace. But being in this energy of, keeping a secret or keeping their true self to themselves and not really opening up or sharing that to you, being too withdrawn, I feel like, it creates a lot of problems for this person. And I feel like, perhaps they think that, that you're getting bored with them. Maybe you're like losing some of your enthusiasm for this connection. You're just sick of, the mind games perhaps, or the waiting. And there's some stagnation in the connection because of this person's behavior. There's some dissatisfaction that's created by this behavior, because you might think that they are good enough for you and you don't understand why they behave this way. Or maybe you think there are things that they need to work on, but that they're their own worst enemy. Take what resonates. I'm reading for a lot of different people, so one part of the reading might resonate, another part might not. Just take what fits and what, discard the rest. But I'm getting that this person feels, somewhat emotionally detached, not only from you, but from other situations and people in their lives as well. And so, they might not like their job very much. They might feel like they've sacrificed their happiness for security, and this is part of their problem, but they might feel compelled to take that job to try to be on your level. And I think, at the very least, they're trying to, with that Hanged Man card, they're meditating on it. They are, yeah, it does represent stagnation, but at least it represents, using their head as well, trying to see a new way out, trying to come up with solutions to their problems here. Trying to surrender their ego, get out of their ego, see things from a new perspective, a different perspective. I feel like, this hangman talks about being suspended between the past and the future. And we've got this card here that talks about, the past. This could be somebody that you've known for quite some time, like I said, or a past life connection. If this is a new connection in this life, could be that you know them from the past. And so this is meant to happen the way that it's happening in order for your person to work through some of their martyr tendencies, to find a new way of living. I feel like it's very difficult for your person to let go. They have such insecurities. But it's really important to their growth, their spiritual growth, and their growth as a person in this lifetime, to let go of, their whatever kind of superficial pleasures. Maybe it's them wanting more money because they want to buy more things, more stuff. That's not a good reason to stay at a job that you don't like. And they might be projecting it on you, like they are doing this for you, but it could be that they're just doing it because they need to readjust their priorities. I feel like this is what they're meditating on. And I feel like they are going through a shakeup, They are going through a transformation, but it does require them to withdraw from the connection at times. And, but they're doing it so that they can see things from a different perspective. And, get their ego in check with regards to your connection, and trying to see the situation from a different point of view. So, maybe they feel that like I said, your affections are cooling towards them for any of these reasons that I've described. And, perhaps, they're considering that maybe this connection isn't working for you anymore, or isn't holding the same amount of meaning for you. Maybe they're thinking that you're going to leave the connection, but I already see, that they don't want this connection to end with the Death card in reverse. Yeah, they definitely don't want to let the connection end. So while they're going through a personal transformation, they're trying to figure out a way to keep you in their life through it. They don't want part of what they're surrendering and letting go in this hangman energy, personally what they're letting go, they don't want that to translate over to your relationship. They don't want your relationship to be something that they have to let go of. So while they might be making a lot of personal changes within themselves, and it might be at this point all taking place, behind the scenes, because this person wears a mask out of insecurity. They don't want to make any major changes with you because they have all of these fond memories with you. They have all of this emotion towards you. So they don't want to change anything, even if it's changes that would potentially make your connection better. They're just afraid to do that. They would rather let it be stagnant and you guys to be frustrated and for them to feel unhappy than to risk doing a change with regards to your patterns in the connection that would result in the complete ending of it. But they do know that this connection needs work I'm getting mostly because of the way they're behaving, right? You're showing up as the Queen of Pentacles. So the relationship needs work. They need to stop resisting making these adjustments here. It's probably, I feel that they are bored, but they're probably making you bored as well and sad because of the stagnation. Or at least this is how they feel. They feel that perhaps you're bored because of the stagnation. And so, I feel like they feel that they have caused you grief. Perhaps, you are unable to move on from this person as well. Or it could just be them that is in a holding pattern. So take what resonates, and if the scenarios are vice versa, then apply them, the other way around. But this is what I'm getting. But they do have all this emotion for you, with the very positive Six of Cups talking about, very fond memories. And, while he or she is hanging upside down in this hangman energy, the part of what they're thinking about is, how to renew this connection, how to renew the emotions in this connection. If they've caused you to be bored or unhappy in the connection, if they've caused you grief, how do they return it to happiness and harmony? I mean, they do want to share joy with you and have a joyful life as well. And they want to have good things to offer you and express their caring and their love towards you because they do value you, but there is a need to overcome problems in this relationship. Again, but for the reasons I already described, afraid of rocking the boat and making it worse, they're unwilling to do that at this time. But hopefully, they do desire to renew their positive feelings towards you. So I feel that they will eventually. I feel that you will reconnect, physically uh, physically, if you're apart physically, but also emotionally, have a renewal in this connection. This is what this person feels towards you, what they feel like having a renewal in the connection. All right, let's see what they're thinking. Angel spirits and guides for those who have chosen option 3. What is their person thinking? What is their person thinking? What is option 3's person thinking, please? Oops. I think the Two of Cups was just trying to come out, but it didn't. Four of Staffs in reverse. It's a twin flame card. 10 of Cups in reverse. What are they thinking? Six of Cups again. Yeah, they're definitely thinking and feeling. So both their head and their heart are on board with reconnecting with you and renewing your love and affection for one another. They just need to get over themselves. But the Four of Staffs in reverse, it does say that they are thinking about the fact that they have, hurt the level of comfort and security that you feel with them. Whether they have or not, I mean, their insecurity, I feel, has really affected them. And I'd be surprised if it hasn't affected you as well. Like, if this is resonating with you, then you already know that this person is this way, and that has taken a toll on the connection. Now, whether or not it's taken the toll to the extent that they think and feel that it has, I suppose that varies. But they really are feeling so insecure, and their withdrawal from this connection could be to the extent of you two were living together and now you are no longer living together. I think that, if it's not something that's that extreme, like separating physically, it could be, that your person just wants to keep your connection a little bit more to yourselves and not share it with so many people. They're a little bit more private about it, right? Because we see that they're sort of feeling secretive. And that's indicated also with that Four of Wands in reverse, saying that, they think that this connection still has a good chance to bring good things to both of you, but they kind of want to keep it hush-hush a little bit. And, I wonder why that is. Could be outside interference. I do think, they still think that, regardless of what they're going through here, that you are still a very accomplished person. And like I said, you still are doing very well yourself. Like, you feel good about yourself, right? And they admire that about you. And I think that they do feel, despite their reservations, that they can resolve, the problems in this connection, and that with a little effort, that you guys can have harmony, you can have a pleasant relationship, that is still possible for you guys. And like if you had any, anything that you were planning together, any like fun thing that you were going to do or a celebration that you were going to do, that's not over. It's still coming. Um, it's just delayed at this time because, they're in this stagnation energy to try to figure themselves out. And I feel like, yeah, they're just wanting to withdraw and just like be left alone a little bit, not by you necessarily, but they want your connection to be, a little bit more private. But they still think that, they still think very highly of you. They still have all of this love and affection for you. It's just that they want it to be, they want to be allowed to withdraw, to do what they have to do on themselves as a person. Because and they are aware that, they have they have disappointed you, particularly those that have lived with this person before, if they have moved out or you've moved out, or if there's been a physical split. And even if not that, the comfort level that the two of you share has taken a hit because of their withdrawing. And they they think that things have not turned out the way that one or both of you expected. So, and part of this again is to do with this person, like what I was saying about perhaps they're settling for a job or a career path that brings them unhappiness, but they're doing that because of this focus or this emphasis on stuff. Maybe they were raised in a materialistic family, or there's a lot of pressure in our society to be materialistic. So I'm getting that, um, that has been a burden on your person's mind, whether they've shared that with you or not. This emphasis on stuff and not enough emphasis on love could be, part of the problem here. And, for one or two of you, this person um, might be experiencing loss with regard to a child or children, but take what resonates. That could be creating problems in the connection, could be part of what's on this person's mind. But also, I feel like, this person, sees that, maybe you guys don't have the same values, or you have different ideas about family life. Or again, I just feel like this is all their insecurities about not being able to meet you where you're at and provide for you the lifestyle that you might be accustomed to, or that they think that you're accustomed to. So this sense of differences here. And also could be, that you don't get along with their family members, or their kids from a former relationship can be causing problems. So that's coming through too. So some of you, this person is thinking that, you know, your kids or their kids don't get along with you, or vice versa. Take it how it resonates, and that could be part of what's causing problems. So something to do with family life. Although they view you as a motherly, nurturing type person, and they have these feelings towards you like that, perhaps, there's differences with regards to ideas about raising children. Perhaps, like, in theory, they're thinking about, what if I had a child with this person? Would I be able to provide for them financially? Would I be able to, would we get along with, extended family members? And what values do we share that would be conducive to raising children? Do we have enough in common with regards to our views about raising children? That kind of thing. But again, they are loving you, and they don't want to let you go. And part of them, just can't get over the good old days that you two have shared. Even though if you guys are a newer relationship, they just keep thinking about, the good times that you've had, and they don't want that to end. And they don't want it to be a problem anymore. Whatever difficulties you guys have had in the connection, they don't want it to be a problem anymore with that Ten of Wands. So they want it to be more balanced. They want to bring more security to you. They they do feel uncertain about your commitment to them. And I think that they are understanding better now where they stand with you. For better or worse, they're understanding where they stand with you. And so the desire here is to is to keep you around, to continue to be with you, but also to find a way to restore balance to the connection, and to have security in the connection, and to get over whatever hang-ups they have that, is mostly about them. Their unwillingness to take steps to move this to a better place, this connection to a better place. I see them taking personal steps for themselves, but I feel like they have a lot of fear with regards to intimacy and relationships, and just like you, being better than them. And so they could have been deceived in their past, disappointed or betrayed. And so perhaps, they're afraid that you're going to do the same thing. But they definitely don't want this to end. Okay, so let's see what they have to say. Angels, spirits, and guides, for those who have chosen option 3, what does their love interest want to say to them? For those who have chosen option 3, what does their love interest want to say to them? What does option 3's love interest want to say? I'm changing direction in my life. Yep. And that's pretty evident. They're trying to figure that out. And like I said, if it's not evident in the physical yet, it will be, because these changes are occurring within them. What else does option 3's person want to say to them, please? I put my walls up to protect me. Definitely. We got that energy big time in this reading. Lots of insecurity, so their withdrawal and their mask is about protecting themselves. What else does option 3's person want to say to them, please? Maybe everything really does happen for a reason. Maybe some of you have said to this person before, everything happens for a reason, or somebody said that to them. They didn't really believe it, and now they do. They're starting to see that maybe everything does happen for a reason. So even if they got hurt in the past, now they're starting to see the value of that, and that not everybody is going to do the same thing to them. Could be. What else does option 3's person want to say to them, please? What else does option 3's person want to say to them? What else does option 3's person want to say? Option 3's person is being secretive, but we already saw that, didn't we? What else does option 3's person want to say to them? You'll be hearing from me soon. Okay. I admire how strong and independent you are. And there's still so much that we need to say to each other. So let's get a card from the Romance Angels before we wrap up the reading for option 3. What do the Romance Angels want to say to those who have chosen option 3 regarding this connection? What do the Romance Angels want to say to those who have chosen option 3? Whoa. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. And retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. But I do feel like this person is going to be coming out of this Hanged Man energy. And there might even be a point where the two of you can get together. Some of you can get together and be alone. So be separate, enjoying your own private time, but in each other's company in a comfortable silence. That could be for some of you. But yeah, I do think this person is going to eke their way little by little out of this hanged man energy. And so there could be some need for forgiving on your side. But I feel like, this forgiving and learning is the lesson that your person is learning. Forgiving whatever heartbreak, whatever betrayal that they've suffered in the past, whatever is causing such deep insecurity and inferiority complex. They need to heal, and I feel like they're doing that. They're going to do that. It's just, yeah, I feel like they're going to do it, and they're going to talk to you about it. All right, option 3, that's all I've got for you. Thank you for tuning in, and if you liked the reading, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you to my new subscribers and my existing subscribers. Thanks for continuing to support the channel. If you'd like a personal reading, you can look in the contact information is in the description box below. Still doing the $10 email readings available. That'll be to you in 2 to 4 business days, as well as emergency readings. So go ahead and check that out, and I'll talk to you next time.